to neuroscience. What's the worst noise in the world?
You know.
Yes.
I believe I've mentioned it before tonight. That would be Coldplay B-sides.
Not everyone applauding.
No,
Quite a lot of people going, I like Coldplay.
So we have some props where you can make some noises.
Oh, hello.
Let's have a look. So let's start with Nish and Alan. That's very irritating, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, stop it.
Yep. Oh. Do you remember what that is, Nish?
This is a vuvuzela.
It is a vuvuzela, yes,
Which
absolutely.
ruined the 2010 World Cup.
It's a hideous noise, isn't it?
Well, luckily I have grade 7 in vuvuzela, so we're fine.
Oh, Alan. Fingers on it. That is awful.
We've got a band going, don't stop!
I've got a mirror and this cube of white stuff. This is the most annoying sound in the world. Me on drugs. I think this is polystyrene,
yes.
and
So the Journal of Neuroscience did the top 10 most annoying sounds. Apparently the most annoying is a knife on a bottle, but we haven't been able to work out why that is. This one we can do. This is number 2, a fork.
Oh, God.
I got the power. That's very unpleasant, isn't it?
The worst sound, I think, is Stan Collymore on Talk Sport.
There's going to be a whole list of people who hate you now.
I've got a... This is the old...
That's the...
What is worse than this is when it just goes...
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And then 4 minutes later goes...
Yeah. And you can't work out which one it is. It's somewhere in the house.
The thing I love about, like, any sort of smoke alarm is that we've advanced so far technologically, and yet we still haven't got beyond the only way to solve a smoke alarm is to have a tea towel and just do this underneath it.
I was in a hotel once, and I was a bit pissed. And I fell asleep on the bed in my clothes. And then I was woken up by this terrible noise in the room. I thought, what is that? It's kind of going like this. And there was this thing on the ceiling, and I started hitting it with my shoe. As hard as I could. And then it fell off the ceiling, and it was dangling by a wire. And then I rang reception and go, there's a thing in my room making a terrible noise. And they said, that's the fire alarm, sir. Will you please evacuate? And I said, oh, just so you know, when it went off, it kind of fell from the ceiling. And then I went out on the street and I was the only person in clothes.
So I can possibly top all the noises that we have had so far. Has anybody ever seen these being played? Have you seen this being played?
Oh, is that...
Yes.
Yes. So it's an extraordinary noise, but here's the thing. 1761, Benjamin Franklin was visiting in Cambridge, in England, and he saw the glasses being played, and he thought, I can improve on this, and he developed something called a glass harmonica. It's 37 bowls, and they are mounted horizontally on an iron spindle, and they're turned by means of a foot pedal, and the sound is then produced by touching the rims. There it is. It is the most extraordinary noise. So they're painted different colours according to the pitch of the notes. And so Franklin used to play this at dinner parties, and it really took off. And thousands were built. There was a factory employing over 100 people making glass harmonicas, and lots of the performers were women. There was a woman called Marianne Davis, and she toured all over Europe. She taught Marie Antoinette to play the glass harmonica. There she is.
Here we see Marie Antoinette pleasuring an armadillo.
That's one of the worst sounds in the world. Marie Antoinette pleasuring an
I'll
armadillo.
get a tune out of this armadillo, you just watch me.
I have important things to tell you about the glass harmonica.
Crack on, girl, crack on.
No, I want to know about pleasuring an armadillo. That's my brain's gone off in the wrong direction. So anyway, it got a very bad reputation because it was thought at first it had a sort of soothing effect, and then eventually people thought it drove you mad to listen to it, and it would even summon the dead. And people who played it said they got mental anguish from the vibrations. In fact, the chances are they were getting lead poisoning, because the lead was leaching out of the glass and into their system. But
Do they ever revive them and get them out for sort of the proms or anything like that?
the only time I've ever heard one played is outside Paul Revere's house in Boston. There's a woman who plays and you give her money to stop.
Have we had this whole conversation and no one's mentioned bagpipes?
Yes, now what do you think? Are you in favour
I'm
of
against bagpipes.
Against,
Well,
yes.
it was for me. I stayed at the Edinburgh Festival one year and I made the mistake of staying in a hotel on Princes Street, and there's a guy with a bagpipe.
Yeah.
Comes out 10 a.m. Kicks off outside the Waverley Shopping Centre. I was going to hire a sniper.
You're inside your hotel trying to hit the fire.
But the weird thing
coming.
is if you're the other side of the hotel, you got the bloke with the panpipes.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, I love those
The
guys.
panpipe bloke. Where did he come from? What's he doing in Scotland? And he's
I like the panpipes, except when you go up to the panpipers and you buy one of their tapes, they're playing things like Greensleeves and all that kind of... You don't want that. You want your traditional Peruvian
Hits by
stance.
John Williams,
Yeah.
that kind of thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think they have to pay rights to, you know, Henry VIII or whatever? Didn't think that through.
Have you ever tried saying to the buskers, how much do you make an hour? And they say, I make about £25. And you go, here's 26, now just for an hour. Now, make of this nonsensical question what you will. Who blows their nose for something to eat?